a trauma. We're bringing you a trauma. This is Medic 18.
In the shadow of Capitol Hill, there's another Washington, a city racked by drugs and violence.
We've got approximately a 33-year-old black male. He's been shot 3 times.
Parts of Washington are like Dodge City. Every night, gunfire rings out across the town as rival gangs battle for the lucrative drug trade. Every night, at least one person dies, an innocent victim or a young person caught up in the drug trade. There are some 16,000 known drug addicts in Washington, 250 of them dying each year from overdose. Within a few miles of the Capitol building, there are 91 outdoor markets where drugs are sold openly. The drug trade turns children into dealers, young girls into prostitutes, and is tearing apart the very fabric of black inner-city life.
Drug problem is it's like death being spread throughout the land.
Cortland Malloy is a journalist who has stayed on in the inner city. He says that because of crack cocaine, blacks are being killed, going crazy, committing suicide and losing their families and property in a way that, were it being done by any other than black people themselves, would be called genocide.
A friend of mine works at the morgue, and it's a veritable conveyor belt of black men, you know. Few of them reach my age. I'm 37.
The police can't cope. The jails are overflowing. Since 1985, 44,000 drug suspects have been arrested in Washington. There's almost nowhere to put them. Fines are no deterrent to young people who can make thousands of dollars a week. It's fair to say that many of the ordinary, decent people of the inner city are now living in terror and don't know where to turn.
At no time did I see any drugs, using any drugs.
That's Washington's mayor talking, a flamboyant figure who's often been forced to deny involvement with drugs. Despite those denials, he's associated with known drug dealers. A former girlfriend accuses him of using cocaine. He also runs the police department. Efforts are being made. One of Ronald Reagan's last acts in office was to sign a $2 billion drug bill. For Washington, that would mean just enough money to offer treatment to 10 more addicts. As George Bush calls for a kinder, gentler nation, many feel he could well make a start here, in the twilight zone of crack cocaine and violence that lies in the shadow of his White House.
Medic 18,
Ken Reese, News at 10, Washington.